This one is from the AITAH subreddit and is titled, My Wife's Sister Confessed She Has Feelings for Me. Am I the astronaut for not telling my wife about this? Probably. That's some information. If you withhold it, she's going to automatically assume that there's a reason you withheld it, like you want to. That's not generally a good idea. I, 34 male, have been married to my wife, Michelle, 32 female, for 4 years, and we've been together for 6. Michelle also has an older sister, Sharon, 34 female. Growing up, Sharon and I were pretty close friends because we sort of had the same interests. She was into sports, we did the same activities together, etc. We were pretty much best friends, and I sort of consider her more like my own sister, or an extension of me, because we were both so similar. We even pursued the same field in college. We dated many different people, but never each other, because we were basically like siblings. I never really spoke with her sister, Michelle, during our teenage years because she was 2 years younger, and we also had nothing in common. However, a few years after Michelle graduated college, we did start talking more often because there was sort of a romantic attraction and tension there. I asked her out shortly after. We dated a couple of years and we married. We also have 2 children now. Through all of this, Sharon was really happy for the both of us, and she thought we were perfect for each other. A few months ago, Sharon called me to her apartment because she wanted a serious chat, and she basically admitted that she had feelings for me for a long time and that she knew it was wrong. She was crying really heavily, and she said that she doesn't want to ruin my and Michelle's life, but she had no one else to talk to about this. Bullshit! I had no one else to confess my love for you to tell except you. Bullshit! What? Bullshit. This whole thing came as a huge surprise to me because I always thought Sharon considered me like her brother. I told Sharon that I wouldn't tell Michelle about this because it would really ruin their sibling relationship and it would ruin the entire family dynamics. But I also told Sharon that she needed to go to therapy to address these feelings and that I would always be there to listen to her. That's probably not a good choice either. Sharon has started online therapy and we have sort of maintained our distance, but she does come to me to occasionally talk about her therapy progress. Am I the astronaut and how I'm handling all of this? Yes. But let's read some OP comments here. In response to a comment saying, dude, you have to tell your wife, he says, this was my initial reaction too, but here's why I've held off on it. Michelle and Sharon are extremely close, and I fear this would severely damage their relationship. I know this would absolutely break and shatter Michelle's heart if she knew about it. If I told my wife about it, here's what I think would happen. It would ruin mine and my wife's relationship. It would ruin my wife's relationship with her sister, and it would also ruin my friendship with Sharon. So basically, that's 3 relationship/friendships damaged, not to mention the fallout and all of our families and friends knowing about it. I think Sharon's feelings will pass through after therapy. She is just confused right now because she is single and broke up with her ex a year ago. I know her very well. She usually gets like this after a breakup. When she finds a new boyfriend, she will no longer have these feelings for me. If Sharon's feelings for me still persist after a year, I will definitely tell my wife about it, but I am confident she will not have any feelings for me for a year from now. This is such a huge risk, dude. Also, you say you're not telling your wife because you think these things will happen. Here's what we know for a gosh heckin' fact is gonna happen if she finds out that you've been keeping her from this. Done. Over. Because now you're an accomplice. The moment that sis confessed this to you and you were like, I won't tell, you became an accomplice. So it is just as bad as what she is telling you now. Also, you're being played. Sorry to tell you this, sir, but you are being played. There is no way that if you had feelings for somebody that you knew you shouldn't have feelings for, there's no way that you would tell that person unless it was to cast a line. There is no way that you would tell that person unless it was a chess move, a test, to see if maybe there was a chance. And when you said, don't worry, I won't tell her, that door opened a little bit. So she's going to keep this up. Sure, she's going to therapy to try to fix things. But also, her committing to go to therapy gives her something else that only you guys can talk about. Notice how the quantity of conversation between the two of you, that is exclusively between the two of you, has grown. You are being played, and you are risking everything to try to protect other people's relationships. This may be a Kobayashi Maru for you because of the position that you're in now. Since you decided and agreed to keep it quiet, how long ago did this happen? A few months ago. It's been going on for a few months already. He has been keeping it quiet for a few months already, and he says, if she still has feelings for me after a year, I'll tell my wife. What are you going to tell your wife then? That you've been keeping it quiet for a year? You're going to try to explain your scientific approach to her? You're going to tell her that you've been hiding something serious from her for a year and expect her to just be like, oh, I understand the experiment. I know why you waited a year. I get it. Nope. You are accepting way too much risk right now on behalf of another human being who is outside of your marriage. You are being played. And the only thing that makes sense to me right now that explains the risk that you're taking is if at least a part of you reciprocates. You may not want to admit it. You may be reciprocating here. And this is going to develop into after the 1 year mark, shit's going to hit the fan one way or another. Can't wait to see the update after the 1 year mark where it's like, oh, apparently she still has feelings for me. She's pregnant. It's going to be some stupid shit like that. Don't ever withhold information from your spouse on behalf of another person to protect their relationship with them. That is not where your allegiance is. You have chosen the sister over your wife. And you have been actively choosing the sister over your wife every day for 3 months now. Tell me you don't think there's a problem with that. Everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. For whatever messed up, twisted reason, everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. This is a brozo move.